Hello, welcome to Violet Shadow Tarot. Today I am going to be pulling a general reading to see what needs to come through. Too many. The Knight of Swords. So I'll start with some tarot and then we'll go into some oracles and just kind of see where it goes from there. The Seven of Swords and then the Eight of Wands. What do we need to see? So there's a message here about speaking truth, wanting to speak truth, like having the need to speak it. I wanted to say urge, but that wasn't right. It's the need to speak some truth. There's something that needs to come out, and I feel like this is what you're feeling. The High Priestess, exactly. There's something that you know that you feel like you need to communicate or get out into the open about something. And it's something I think that you've sat with or had to deal with or had to see for quite a long time. With the High Priestess here, you may have not trusted your intuition in the past, and then you ended up sitting back and being quiet as you kind of watched and put more together and trusted your intuition and sat with whatever this is going on to know what your truth is and to know what the truth is. And you've been holding that in, but you feel like it needs to come out. So let's see, one more. What else do we need to see right now? The Moon in reverse, exactly. So we're talking about whatever this might be about, whether it's an individual, which it does feel like this is talking about some sort of situation that is somewhat close to you, if not you are involved with, that you are seeing things and and especially now, that either this individual has been false or there is something going on with them that other people need to know, whether that's something that you're going through and you want the truth to come out because you don't believe that other people can see exactly what is going on. With the Moon here in reverse, you could be doing this to avoid some sort of confrontation. Say that you were sitting in silence and you had a reason to be, whether it's you were in a situation where you couldn't safely voice something or talk about something, or you have been trying to talk about something but it just doesn't get anywhere. You could have been holding it in to avoid the conflict or keep from like rocking the boat. But you also know that these are things that need to be expressed. And you're not in of the mind, and your energy is pushing you in a different direction so that you kind of bring whatever this is to light and you're able to voice it. Because if you're not being able to voice, you're holding this negative, there is negative energy here from an outside source, whether it be lies, but I'm going to do some clarifying and everything, but whatever it might be, you're having to hold that in within you, and you're coming to the point where it's like you feel to your core that these things need to be said. I'm not sure if you know when. I'm not sure if you've started to try to voice things, or if you're just coming to a place where you really truly feel like you need to get this information out, or kind of shine light on something that's been in the dark for a long time, and somebody doesn't want you to shine the light on something. But the Eight of Wands being here in the middle, it's very strong that this needs to get out. You need to communicate this. This is what you're feeling. So let's look. Let's look at the Seven of Swords. Can you clarify the Seven of Swords? The Three of Pentacles. Clarify the Seven of Swords. Who is it? Nobody. The Seven of Swords. Queen of Cups. Okay. So this individual that has caused you to feel these things, the one that you're feeling the need to like put out into the light, it's somebody, again, that has been close to you or is close to someone that is around you. That's not part of the reason that you know the truth is the opposition that they have shown you, where you were coming with good intention and openness, and they're not. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it's kind of like either it's more than that they weren't putting in the effort. It's that like it's in opposition to where they would not work with you. They would not do what was necessary. And it's been really frustrating, but through that, that's how you kind of seen, wait, there's something not right here. And making you want to speak. Making you want to change that. What about this Knight of Swords? Why is the Knight of Swords here? The Nine of Swords. Yeah, something. You're wanting to come out with the truth now for something that actually caused you a lot of pain. So this situation that we're talking about, it caused you pain from having to deal with it and maybe even seeing what the truth was, with this being under the Knight of Swords. And it's been a really difficult thing for you to witness and be a part of. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. It might be something that you have tried really hard to make work. Like you've held on to it because in a healthy sort of a relationship, when there are things that arise, then you need to talk about things or whatever, you need to work through things, you work through them. The other person tries to work with you and actually get somewhere. But that's not what I'm feeling from the other energy that's on here. And it was really hard for you to understand what was going on because it's not the way that you operate. The other energy operates much differently than you. And on the outside, you see this now. You see what's on the inside, their shadow aspects of themselves. You see what's on the inside. But what's on the outside is not what that is. It doesn't look like the Seven of Swords energy. The lying and the sleaziness. That's not what others can see. And with the Four of Pentacles sitting here in reverse, they may be selfish in their ways. It does seem like that would fit. But you had better intentions. You had better intentions than they did. And it's been very difficult for you to get through and deal with something that is so opposite of you or oppositional. And I don't think that it's something that you saw in the beginning. So let's go. This Eight of Wands. Can we clarify the Eight of Wands? The Lovers. I mean, this is giving the energy of most of you. This is somebody that you are close to, or trying to be close to, but it honestly doesn't seem like you can be close. The Six of Cups. And you may have known them for a long time. Or part of the reason that it's been so hard for you is that you have the memories of the past. So the memories of what you thought, who you thought they were is a better way of saying it. And now seeing, it's very painful to know kind of what you're dealing with more. And maybe you want to talk to people who've gone through the same thing, because it's not something that the people around you can necessarily see if they still see these people as who you thought that you saw. What about the High Priestess? Clarify the High Priestess. The Queen of Swords in reverse. And then the King of Swords upright. Okay. So I think that you battled with your intuition for a while because the situation was a confusing situation. It wasn't necessarily that, I mean, you may not have trusted your intuition, but there were things going on that caused you to doubt your intuition, and that was there on purpose. And I think you got to a place where with the Queen of Swords in reverse, it's kind of, you may have made excuses for this person for a long time. You may have wanted to believe them or doubted, like, the person that you thought that they were, there's no way that they'd actually be doing or saying or whatever it is, what they really truly were, because that mask that they were wearing is of somebody who wouldn't have, if that makes sense. And you battled between like not making excuses, like enabling it, but because you were manipulated in a way that you did not know that you were being manipulated. You thought that this was kind of like inner turmoil and that there was something that you were getting wrong. And that's just the way that sort of energy kind of wants that to go. But, you know, the other individual is somebody that would like lack awareness of their own, just everything. And you are more aware than that. So, of course, you look within yourself and you think, you know, what am I doing? What have I done? There's no way. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. Like you had a lot of that. But you battled with it because you saw certain things and you had a reason to feel that way. And, you know, the other individual probably made you feel like there was something wrong with what you were seeing or what you were saying. So the Moon in reverse, let's look at that. They tried to keep their mask up. That's what it is. Okay, the Moon in reverse, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And then the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is a good energy that you're coming into. This is difficult, very heavy situation, but talking about your energy, you're more leaning towards wanting to get out of this, being drugged down by this. That's one reason that I think that is a huge reason why you want to get this out, because you need to speak it. You don't need to hold this in anymore. And you're trying to work up to the point where you can, or figure out what exactly that means for you, to be able to feel more fulfilled and to be able to kind of get to a place where, I don't want to say that it's you're going to be able to resolve something with something like somebody like this even just getting out and telling your story or talking to other people who have gone through this, you need some sort of validation or some sort of release of the negative energy that you've been having to deal with. And you are holding some of this, not because you want to. I think that maybe in the beginning, you saw it as something as you could help with or work with, but it became apparent that you really couldn't, not because of you, but because of what you were up against, kind of. And it's a draining situation when you're having to deal with something like that. So it has been draining you, but you're trying to work to the point where you can kind of emotionally and deeply be kind of replenished and free of, like, letting go of whatever energy that you have held on to that's not your own, because it's not your own. Your energy is kind of being dampened and pulled down by this negative energy. Let's pull a couple of oracles. What do we need to see? Is there advice that we need to see? Kudos to you, though, because this is something that's, it shows your strength. There's a lot of strength here. And also doing things in a way that holds, like, you're not doing things in a negative way either. You were able to hold on to not hurting other people and not causing kind of like just unnecessary drama. You're trying to be very smart about it. And that's really hard to do. So kudos to you. All right. Okay. So this is sustainability. It was in the reverse. This is your 6th house in your reverse. Which, I mean, that's kind of this sort of energy. It cannot continue. And again, you're in the energy of not being able to have that continued. And it's difficult. It's bad for you. It's bad for your health. And I think that you've gotten to the point where you could see that. You're fully aware that it's not good. Any more? What do we need to see? Pallas Athena, think. So your mental health, well, you've been thinking, but your mental health has taken a big toll. And I think that you also, it's kind of a reminder to, like I was saying, you're doing something in a way that is safe, that is smart, and to continue going along that way. What else do we need to see? What else do we need to see? Do we have one more? And beloved. So this is Venus energy. This is a hard reading, but this is a very kind of a reading that's trying to uplift you, because you know that you need to go into a direction that is better for you, and dealing with this and releasing this energy is going to be the best way of doing that. And I think that it's a situation that anybody would feel, again, drained, but if somebody that you care about is not working with you and you've put so much effort into it and they're not putting effort into it, you need to find ways that make you feel better about yourself and that you can fulfill yourself to kind of replenish whatever has been drained out of you by this other person in this situation. Because it's not an easy thing to have to go through. And it looks like you're doing very well And your mind is strong. Like, you are stronger than, I think, that you realize. Whether you're thinking that you're weak or you've heard that you're weak in the past or whatever it is, to be able to go through what you've been through and to handle it the way that you've handled it, and to have the strength to know, and to not have someone be able to pull wool over your eyes and you just, deal with it. You're getting out of that, but it's almost like you have to, and you know that you have to. Your body is saying, this doesn't, we can't do this. We can't. It is unhealthy to be this way, and it's kind of poisoning us, poisoning your mind, poisoning your body from having to hold on to an energy that's like that. Let's see. 1 or 2 more cards. What else do we need to see? What else do we need to see? 2 cards. Mountain and golden place. This is a beautiful energy, and I'm sorry for what you've been through, and I'm sorry because this is, again, such a difficult thing to go through. But with mountain and golden place here, you're going to be better. You're going to be able to get through this. It's such a difficult thing to go through, but you have the strength to do that. And on the other side of this, you will be able to get to a better place and be more fulfilled, and like just not have this energy anymore. And once you get over when situations like this, once you've been through this and you get into the place where you don't have that energy anymore, dealing with this energy, you kind of catch things, or you know how to deal with it sooner, and it doesn't affect you as deeply. This has done some deep damage, but you will be able to come through that. Let me go ahead and pull. Let me get out some charms. See if I can get some charms. Just see if anything resonates for you. The butterfly. This is something that has changed you. The crown. Another crown. This looks like, I think this is upside down. This looks like the king and the queen sort of crown, like a more masculine and feminine. This has transformed you. Difficult, but it's transformed you in a good way. Another butterfly. That's a huge message for this. And it's repeating. All right, a lotus flower. An angel and an elephant. This is a beautiful energy. Such a difficult situation, but it's like you are of the wiser, and it's kind of elevated you again. It's been like this deep energy, but it's been a message of elevation and getting out. This is freedom. This is a part of handcuffs that are open, and it's like broken. Like you're getting away from all of this. And now that you've had this chapter in your life, it won't be able to touch you it could try, but it's not going to be able to get to you the way that it got to you in the past. A feather. A star that says just for you. Another butterfly, a paw print. A London bus. I'm sure that they have a better name than that. This is another crown. I think that there's another message in here for you. If you do work with chakras and trying to balance your chakra. There's something to do with your crown chakra, to do like meditations to try to clear the energy out of there. Again, this is done, it's done work on you, but and that's one of the areas that you can get some of this blockages out, because I'm sure that there's lots of imbalance that you feel because of this. The 5-point star. Oh, look at all this. You need balance, but you're going to be able to get that for yourself. This is the Hindu hand. There is a moon and a star right here. Lots of repeating. This is the tree. Lots of repeating kind of symbols and things coming in. And again, another elephant. Let's do 2 more. A shoe, and then a little Scotty dog. All right. So if you've made it to the end and this resonates for you, you're doing a great job and you're going to be able to get through everything. And I'm sending much love to you, because I know it has to be a very difficult thing that you're doing, but you are breaking free from this and things will get better for you. So if you did resonate, please let me know. I do like to know that the messages that I am putting out are reaching the individuals that they are meant to reach. And just interact with the video in some way to let me know that, whether it be commenting, liking, subscribing, whatever you're comfortable with. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you again soon.